Holy fucking shit. I did not think that this movie would outdo the first, even though I've been reading and hearing that this movie makes the first look like a little kiddies movie. But it's true, this movie is fucked. Alright, so first I'll address all the gore and shit, because that's what people care about when it comes to this movie. At first, the first few kills, I thought, okay, we kind of saw this in the first one. I'm not really seeing what all the fuss is about. There's one particular scene in this movie, it goes for about 3-4 minutes, and it is the most uncomfortable I have ever been watching a movie. This scene is so fucking disturbing. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna get it out of my head for the next week at least. And what makes this scene so uncomfortable is, again, the amazing talent on show when it comes to practical effects. The budget to this movie is only $250,000, and the practical effects they're able to pull off, oh my god, it was so fucked. From then on, the kills are just, they're fucked. And some of the stuff Art the Clown gets up to, someone's manhood gets ruined, that's all I'll say. Alright, so first off, there's a big difference with this film and the first film. The first film, it's not really story driven, it's just about Art going after these 3-4 people. And it keeps you extremely entertained and on the edge of your seat. This one here, with a bit of a bigger budget, I'm guessing Damien Leone wanted to, you know, come out as a credible filmmaker and make a longer film, feature film, that obviously had a theatrical release. He's written a whole bunch of backstory, and it's actually following a family now. It's actually got some story to it. The story, for the most part, I was intrigued, but at the same time, I wasn't. So you follow this family, this sister and this brother. The father committed suicide or something, and he was drawing pictures of Art while he was mentally sick before he killed himself, something like that. So this family somehow have some spiritual tie to Art the Clown. And one thing that really confused me about this movie was the actual writing itself. They explore all these spiritual ties to Art the Clown. Like, there's this little girl who dresses like Art, and I don't think she's real. I think it's imaginary, and Art can see her, but other people can see her. And this is sort of explored the entire movie, and when it comes to the ending, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. I don't want to spoil anything, but the ending, it's sort of, I don't know, from being, obviously the film's extremely unrealistic in terms of what Art gets up to, obviously. Like, you know, it's in America, citizens would have been on him with fucking, you know, M4A1s fucking destroying him. But the movie, it goes into some spiritual thing, and the main character gets some superpowers or something. It's really confusing, but it was written in a way that it did sort of reconnect with the beginning, and it's reconnected with the first film. And considering that the first film didn't have much story and substance, it relates back to the opening scene of the first film. So it's weird that the big problem for me was having too much backstory and exploring too many characters like a normal movie does. But in the first one, it didn't follow that formula. It just, you're introduced to these two characters, and then Art comes in, it's Art versus these characters. In this movie, it's, you know, backstory, this person's friend, that person's friend. So it's a lot more slow and drawn out, which you have to be for a film this length. And obviously, if you want to create a good franchise like Halloween or something like that, which I really hope this series is, because Art the Clown is fucking off the chain when it comes to horror villains. So the camera work from Damien Leone, it is really good. He has solidified himself as a really good director and really good story writer. He's tried to write a good story, and for the most part it is. Whether you're interested in it or not, which I was sort of half-half because of the way the first film was. But I see many movies from this guy. Hopefully he gets some actual big time roles, big time movies given to him that he can take charge of, because I think he'd do a really good job. And again, the performance from David Howard Thornton, he is absolutely amazing as Art the Clown. As I said in the review I did for the first movie, he doesn't speak, all he uses is his smile and his emotions. That's it, and he does it so well. He plays the absolute fuck out of this character, and he is, as I said in the first film, he is probably, it is the best horror villain performance ever, for sure. One thing I really, really loved was the soundtrack. Again, it's sort of a, I don't know what year you'd call this, maybe 80s, 90s techno vibe. It's so catchy. All the music choices, for the most part, were really, really good. All the performances were great. These are all new actors. I haven't seen a single one, and they all did a fantastic job. And again, for a budget of $250,000, which was crowdfunded, by the way, I am so happy to see Damien Leone succeed like this. I think the movie's made, I think, a couple million already since release, which is really, really good. And to see independent filmmakers succeed, it's always good. Damien Leone really tried to make an interesting film, not just about a killer clown. He really tried to give characters backstory, and he sets up the third one in a really smart way, and I can't wait till that comes out. All the best to the director, all the actors. He's done a great job. I'm looking forward to the third. I had a good time with this. I think the first one is still better in my opinion. I do like that one better, but this still is solid. So I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5.
Please welcome Art the Clown.
So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.